It's also sort of a children's story called Piss, so get ready for it. So, the man walked through the city gates, and then he noticed the state of the place. Men and women dressed in rags, a sea of 1,000 sleeping bags. Excuse me, sir, what happened here? War, famine, plague, or worse? None, said the man with a friendly frown. Everyone's homeless in this town. Everyone? Everyone, literally everyone. Well, how can that be? You shouldn't ask me. You'd want to keep going. This spot isn't free. He gave the man's bum a mighty good kick. This really had been a bad start to his trip. He tripped along over shoulders and toes, over coffee cups and little pups, and on he goes. The city was nice if you didn't look down. There were people all hustling and bustling around, but if your eyes looked past your chin, there wasn't a single face with a grin. He gave a young woman a couple of cents, but something about this just didn't make sense. People were littered all over the ground, but still there were plenty of buildings around. Excuse me, miss, are you homeless? Are you having a laugh? Are you taking the piss? Well, why didn't you go and live in there? Where? There, literally there. Oh no, I couldn't, that wouldn't be fair. This is not part of the phone. Just in case you need to an instrumental break. I don't know.
Just turn it on.
Cool.
When you press one of these buttons,
Right.
I don't know why.
Oh no, I couldn't, that wouldn't be fair. They used that building to bottle the air. What? Well, the king decided before he took the noose that every building had to be put to use. Something to do with children and money, legality, economy, astronomy. Money? No, not money. Something like, I wasn't really listening, to be honest. Something like that, though. I don't understand. Well, sure, that's grand. You wouldn't have read out the rules of our land. Well, how can I help? I'm looking for change. I just gave you some, a much bigger change. She looked at him, and he looked back. His train of thought had left the track, a puff of smoke and it was gone, so he upped and left and then walked on. He followed his phone to the point on the map, to the big long street with his hotel, but on this street there was 24 more, and which one he booked he just couldn't tell. He knocked on the door and counted to 4. The door swung open, and down on the floor, a bellhop who couldn't be 18 or more. Hello, sir, and thank you, sir. Do you have a reservation? We are so glad that you chose us for your accommodation. Before he checked in, he checked the place out. Chandeliers and golden rugs, plates were laid with canapes, and tea was served in china mugs. Would you like to check in? He said with a grin. His smile was fighting the bags in his eyes. So here are your keys, and thank you and please. Your room is up on 75. He got to his room, which was less than a cupboard, no space to stand upward, a lamp and a sink, a singular cushion and a bowl of fruit, but the fruit was so old it was starting to stink. He couldn't stay here. This, it was clear. So he walked right back to the front desk. The bellhop, who was unconscious now. When was the last time he had a rest? I'd like to complain. Oh God, that's a shame. The room is a state. Each room is the same. Would you pay there to stay there on your own? Oh yes, please God, because I haven't a home. But you have a job. And what does that matter? No climbing this ladder. This town's going madder and money's not adding. Some prick's getting fatter while we're fighting batter. For the homeless we scatter. Do you think it's a fatter? It's batter. It's banter. It's badder than batter. We're getting sadder. Tears filling this batter. One day it'll splatter. This city is taking the piss.